everyone, welcome to a bit of a different video here on my channel. I just figured it would be a good thing to document and vlog and share with you guys. I've always been a lover of cats. I've had my cats for many years now. Figaro is 5.5 and Galileo is 9.5, just about. So, they were definitely getting to a point where I was starting to notice that some dental work was probably required, because I don't think I'm alone in this. Like, even when I've always loved cats, but like when I first got Galileo and whatnot, I liked cats, but I didn't have like a deep knowledge of cats or anything in terms of their health and physiology and that sort of a thing. And I just kind of learned throughout the years, and my love for cats grew throughout the years, and I started following more cat accounts on Instagram, not just like, here's a cute cat, but like, actual LVTs and that sort of a thing, licensed veterinary technicians. And so I love watching like different surgeries and learning about, just the health of cats and different things about cats. And I certainly had come across a lot, well, not a lot, but quite a bit anyways, of stuff about needing dental work cats and how it's never really talked about. Like, I feel like you hear a lot about, oh yeah, I brought my dog in for the annual teeth cleaning and whatnot, but I think since cats are a lot more temperamental when it comes to going to the vet, it's not as done, or people just assume, since cats are really self-cleaning for the most part, obviously if you have a longer haired cat like I do, I brush him almost every single day, but they're very clean animals, cats, for the most part, especially when, you give them the environment to be clean. And so I guess you just don't necessarily think about like, oh, I should bring my cat in to get their teeth cleaned, because especially also is that it's very expensive, or it can be very expensive depending on, do you live in a city, do you live out in the burbs, is it a low-cost clinic, etc., etc. But I'm pretty sure all cats, I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure all cats, you have to put them under anesthesia to get their teeth cleaned, because they will not allow you a cat. I'm pretty sure they would have to put a dog under anesthesia as well. And it's scary, you read all the things, and humans too, but like, people or creatures, I guess, mammals, should we say that? That's a better descriptive word or classifier, is that anesthesia, it can cause a very small percentage of beings to pass away. It's rare, but it happens, be it human, be it cat, be it dog, etc. And so I think a lot of people, myself included, are just scared to put their pet under, especially for something that doesn't seem necessarily necessary, As Galileo and Fig now are growing up or getting older, I definitely noticed there was one picture in particular that I had of G where I could just see the plaque and tartar buildup on his teeth. And cats are really good about hiding pain, It's usually not until things are really bad that you know that anything might be wrong with your cat, which is scary. And so, G, he hasn't exhibited, Fig either, but, neither of them has exhibited any sort of pain. They eat kibble, they eat their wet food, no problems at all. Like, he is always, whenever I've taken him into the vet for his annual exams and whatnot, healthy cat, like, always gets 5-star reviews across the board. Fig he would get 5-star reviews if he wasn't as overweight as he is. The boy likes food. What can an overweight human say about that? I get it. Regardless, I finally bit the bullet and decided, I need to put aside some money so that I can get my cat's teeth looked at. Especially because, doing volunteer work for the past, I guess technically it would be a few years, but like had to take a year off for COVID because the shelter was shut down. But like working with rescue animals for a couple years, like I saw a lot of cats that needed to get oral surgery to get their teeth removed. I assumed it was just because, maybe they lived on the streets their whole life and so their teeth were dirty. Like, why would their teeth be any more dirty than an indoor cat's teeth? Like, neither of them get brushed, whether you're on the street or not. And so I think a little bit of denial on my part, but then like actually looking into it and getting, Galileo's results, he has what's called tooth resorption, and it's really common. not just in indoor cats, but also wild cats and also small dogs. It's very common, but for cats, you know, specifically, I guess I'll talk about domestic cats. They, I think it's like 2 out of 3, my vet said, end up having tooth resorption, and it can happen as little as, you know, like 1-year-old, she said she's seen, but it does tend to happen more when a cat ages, but it's hard, or almost impossible to notice right away. You know, it's something that doesn't get noticed usually until very late stage, or if you bring your cat in regularly for dental visits and they can get x-rays, because it's something that happens inside of the tooth. So it's not the plaque and stuff that you see on the outside necessarily, but it's inside. It's the, oh, and also please, like, look into this yourself. I am not a dentist. I am not a feline expert, none of the above. So I might be getting some of this information a little wrong, but from my understanding, and like, I have read into this a lot and everything, so I feel like I kind of get it, but just a little disclaimer there. But yeah, basically it's the root rots and it spreads into the dentin of the tooth, which is basically, you know, you've got the root, you've got the dentin, and then you've got the enamel on the outside that you see. So since it is happening at the root and in the dentin, it's happening on the inside of the tooth. So like I said, it's not going to show up on the outside on the enamel until it's very late stage and painful for the cat. A lot of it, when it is late stage and it does show up on the outside where it's visible, it happens at the kind of like the base of the gums and the tooth, you know? I shouldn't say the base, but you know, where that junction, you know? I guess as far as I can understand it, when I first heard tooth resorption, to me it sounds like the tooth is being reabsorbed into the mouth. Whether that's a thing or not, I have no idea. To me, at least from everything that I have read, it seems more like tooth rot, to put it lightly, and it's just the tooth decaying and dying, if you will, and that's pretty painful. Be it in cat, human, whatever, it's a painful process. I mean, if you've ever had a need for a root canal or something, I'm sure you know tooth pain, and like I said, cats are not as much of babies as humans can be about pain, and so you won't know until it's really, really late stage. And so I wanted G not only to get the outside cleaned up on his teeth, but also see if he might have this, because it is so prevalent. You know, like I said, pretty much 2 out of 3 cats will have it, and unfortunately he did, and he has it in a lot of his teeth. He has 7 teeth. I think they had said 6 teeth are like for sure we need to get rid of these teeth before it gets worse, but there's also a 7th tooth that looks like it's like mid-stage compared to the other ones, to where the other ones are at. So they said, you know, it's gonna need to get pulled eventually. You may as well just do it while he's under anesthesia right now as well. And I said, yeah, you know, that makes the most sense. So Galileo has tooth resorption, unfortunately, and as a cat owner and as his mom, I want to get it taken care of. You know, I don't want him to ever be in pain, and I hope he hasn't been in pain for this, but maybe, you know, now thinking about it, it's like he does eat his kibble less quickly, and it's one of those things too where it's like Fig, he loves food, so he's always eating quicker, but like now that I'm thinking about it, G used to be a quicker eater when it came to kibble. He eats wet food really quick, and well, not really quick, it's not the kind where, you know, sometimes Fig will eat and he eats so fast he ends up puking it up, but I'm starting to wonder if he is feeling pain and that's why he's eating the kibble slower, and like that makes me feel awful that I didn't know, or that I was blind to it, or that I was ignorant of it, or whatever the case is. But so G is going in tomorrow. He has no idea that 24 hours from now that I'm filming this anyways, he will have 7 less teeth. He's gonna look like a little gremlin, but he's my little gremlin and I love him. I only say a gremlin, I don't even know why a gremlin. He's just, of his teeth, this usually, I think it's most commonly in the premolars, it says in the research, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. But with G, he does have it in some of his premolars. 4 of them are premolars, but 3 of them are his fangs. He's only gonna have 1 little fang left. a bottom one. I've got his little tooth chart here. So here's the cat's mouth, if you would like a visual. I guess, okay, the canines, excuse me, I'm not using the proper terminology, but yeah, his canines gotta go. His top two and his lower left are leaving him. And then also premolars 106, 206, and 207. So, I mean, it's one of those things where, like, it's bad, but he's still gonna have a bunch of teeth. He's still gonna be able to chew his kibble. I mean, granted, he's gonna have to be on wet food for a couple weeks, obviously, while he's healing. I'm really excited because my vet told me that the stitches that they use have, I think, please tell me I'm remembering this right. I mean, tomorrow when I'm there, I can ask questions again, but like the stitches that they use have antibiotic and stuff in them, maybe even pain management. I mean, I'll still be giving him pain meds and stuff to help with the pain, but I thought that was really cool, and I'm pretty sure they're the type of stitches that just dissolve, so he won't have to go in to get those out. But yeah, my baby has to go in for surgery. His first, well, nope, his neuter surgery was technically, I just don't even think, neuters, I hardly even think of them as surgeries because it's, I mean, granted, they have to go under and it is a snip, but it's a snip, not a spay, but an actual neuter. Cats that get neutered. The cats that lose their jelly beans, their baby makers, their marbles, their family jewels. You know, that's just a really quick snip, yank, and they're done. They don't even need stitches. Like I said, for the most part, there are obviously some cases where it's a little more complicated, like Fig. One of his marbles never descended, so they had to go a little bit deeper for that, but either way. We're not talking about gumballs, we're talking about chiclets, the teeth, and I'm not scared. But it's nerve-wracking, you know? My baby, he's going under for surgery and I'm scared, but I am excited because I think he might be in some pain when he eats. I need to just admit that to myself. And so we're gonna take care of it and hope that everything goes really well. And I wanted to make this video not only to like spread that awareness for any other cat owners out there, but then also so you guys can see the recovery process for him. Obviously I won't be able to give you any verbal explanations of how he's feeling, how it went, but I can at least show you how he does. And it'll be comforting to have you guys along with me for this journey. So, like I said, the time is coming. The day will dawn tomorrow. And yeah, in less than 24 hours, Mr. G, he's gonna be looking a little different, but also feeling different. And it will be in a good way in the long run.
You're gonna be a different man in 24 hours. You're still gonna be very handsome. You're gonna be my handsome baby boy, just with a few less teeth. Look at that guy. You wanna give us a smile one last time? I know what'll get him. Everyone loves a churro. Galileo loves his churros. Oh, yep, here it comes. Can you show off those teeth? Those toofers? No, okay. Come on.
Here's Fig coming.
This is for G. Yum 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 churro. Oh yeah, okay, sir. Yep, it's coming. It's coming.
Can you guys hear him gulping?
Oh, there's those chompers. Everyone loves a churro, especially Galileo. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, there's those fangs. A little more? A little more? I think that's it, G. Except for the slobber you got all over my hand. You wanna clean that up? No? What about the bottom side? Oh, yum. Good job. Yeah, you're gonna do just fine. You wanna clean that up for me? Oh, thank you, honey. That's so nice. Good morning, pretty boy. Are you ready for surgery? Did you get a good night's sleep? If not, you'll get a good sleep under your anesthesia today. You watching the traffic? We'll be out on the road soon.
Alright, got laptop, charger, iPad, Galileo's favorite blanket, so we can hang out in that, or he can hang out on that. Got some treats, if they will allow him treats after surgery at some point. Water. And most importantly, we have the handsome patient. You ready to go? I love you.
We're on the road. Yes, we are. On the road again. On the way to the bed again. I love you. There we go.
A very grumpy boy. He got his IV going, but he was licking at it, so he has to have the cone. I know. Do you hate me? Your tail says you hate me. I know, honey. The cone can't come off. You just gotta relax. You just gotta relax. Yeah. Yeah. He's a little tipsy. He just got out of surgery. He's waking up. Yeah. Trying to get him a little snackies, but he doesn't seem to be going for it. Why? Yeah. You did so good in surgery, baby. Yeah, you did so good. Yes, I love you. I do. You did so good. Yeah, you did so good. You're a little mess. You're a little messy.
Can we clean you up? You gotta look good for the pictures, huh?
He is not pleased about the cone. It's for your own good, honey. In case anyone's wondering, obviously the nose stitches are not from the oral surgery. They just got rid of that lump that has been on his nose for a long time, that benign growth. It took like 5 minutes, so they figured they would get that done while he was under, because why the heck not? But at least he has his favorite blanket that his grandma knit. Yeah, we love you, G. So much. A couple of vet techs just came in to remove his IV catheter, and when they were done, he jumped back up on the couch, and he just plopped his face against the back. He's like, don't look at me. Why? The shame. Yeah. Honey, I promise you're cute. You're still cute even with the cone. What a goofball. It's the day after. I'm just glad to see we've got some bloody drool on his leg, which I was told is going to be normal. And I'm just happy that he was sleeping well enough that he was able to drool. It's so good, honey. How do you feel? Are you all doped up from your painkillers? Yeah. I'm just glad I'm getting purrs out of him. It makes my mom heart so happy. Yeah. You've been so good, G. I love you. Yes, you do. Here we are, 3 weeks post-op. There's G's little little nose. I think the stitches did okay. I mean, there's certainly, I think that's just fur that got caught up in it. I think once they're removed, it'll look a lot better, but he's done really well overall. I'm just excited for them to check up on him and also to get those stitches out. And I'm sure you're excited too. I think they're a bit itchy. Or at least they were in the beginning. Alright, so I gave G his gabapentin earlier. So he's very sleepy and calm. And now we are off to the vet. Yeah, you don't get to come. You should be happy. Trust me, I'm sure G doesn't want to go. We're sorry to leave you. Did you get the good stuff, G? You're covered. You said the good stuff. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What are you doing, floppy boy? You ready to get those stitches out? Yeah. And we're home. Are you excited to see your brother Fig? Boop. Yay. Really? Here he is, the star of the show, and he doesn't want to be on camera. But alas, 'tis I, 'tis time. I don't really know how to do a wrap-up here, other than to say, Galileo is doing amazing, you guys. He did so good overall, not only during his surgery, but also the recovery process. The vet was really happy about how everything went and how everything is looking. I am just so happy with the difference I can tell that Galileo is feeling. He is a completely different cat after this surgery, and I would pay for it all over again to see him like this. He is so snuggly, he is so affectionate, he is so playful. I mean, all of these things that he used to be when he was a kitten with me that I just thought, you know, with age and also with Figaro, you know, fighting for attention or whatever, like, I just thought he was becoming an older cat and like enjoying his solitude, you know, because he still did, like, it's not like he wasn't eating and it's not like he wasn't being affectionate with me. He was still doing all of these things, but I guess I just had my blinders on and was making different excuses, you know, like I said, with Fig or with age or whatever else, that no, he's been in pain and like that breaks my heart. But I'm so happy now that I got this done, and like I know moving forward that this is a thing and, you know, it's something that I can take care of, and while it's not something that I can prevent, it's something that I can take care of, you know? My vet said this is, you know, with the cats that get this tooth resorption, it's something that, you know, usually once it starts happening and progresses, usually once a year, you can pretty much expect to need him to get at least a tooth pulled. So, I mean, we'll see what the future holds, but at least now I know, and he's my baby boy, you know? He's my first pet that's been mine, and he's my baby. I love him, and like I said, I'm so happy to see him being so snuggly and so affectionate. He's eating like crazy, which, like, he's always been a grazer, so like to me, he's never had a huge appetite, but it's like now that he's clearly not in pain anymore, he's definitely grazing more often than he usually does. Like, overall, I am so pleased, I'm so happy, and I hope the same thing isn't gonna happen to Figaro, but if it does, at least I know, and at least I can go into it knowing that it'll be okay and my babies can be better. They can feel better. So hopefully this video was helpful for you guys, especially if you have cats or small dogs of your own. You know, it's something you can look into and really think about, you know, even if you don't think your cat is in pain. it might be like in the case with me and Galileo here. I don't know how long this has been going on, but like the difference is night and day. It's incredible, and like I've said a million times, it pains me to know that it was happening and I didn't know about it. But now I am educated, I know, and I can see the difference. It is crystal clear, and if you have a cat or a small dog, I urge you, go and get your baby's mouth x-rayed. I mean, you should obviously be taking your pets in to the vet for checkups and stuff anyways on the yearly, but beyond that, get them, in addition to their overall checkup, get them that mouth x-ray, because like I said, I don't know how long this has been happening for Galileo, but it's definitely clearly something that could have been taken care of sooner had I have known. So thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I hope it was helpful and just, you know, a little something different here on my channel. And, you know, I just wanted to document the experience. You guys can let me know things down in those comments below. You can also let me know if you enjoyed the video, found it helpful, whatever the case may be, by giving it a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? Go ahead and subscribe. You can tippity tap the notification bell down below and become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye.
Your next fig. Gotta get those teefies looked at. Ooh. Are you trying to show off that nice mouth of yours? It's a good looking mouth. Are you hungry? You want some dinner? Hey, my sweet boy. Oh, you sure are. He want you. Let's get you dinner. He's got less teeth, but he can eat. Nom, 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 nom.
I can definitely tell he has to eat more to one side based on the teeth that he has left, but oh, you're doing so good, baby.
Mama's so happy you feel better.
I went to a club, right? And they had no baggy pants and no sneakers. That was wild. I didn't know what to think about that.